we have seen that the role of finite element method is to convert the complicated differential equations which are generated from engineering problem into the set of simultaneous linear equation, the simultaneous linear equation which we have written here in this fashion. Now, once we get this simultaneous equations, if there are say one or two simultaneous equations with two unknown variables, it is very easy to solve. But as one may appreciate that in case of engineering problems, the set of the simultaneous equations will be very large. It will be a very big set of simultaneous equations, and then for because of that we require some proper method by which we will be able to evaluate the unknowns from this large set of simultaneous linear equation. And the one method by which one very common and useful method which is used in the finite element method to evaluate the unknowns in this set of simultaneous equation is Gauss elimination method. Now, how it works is, first of all, we know that it is always better to convert this or to write this given simultaneous set of simultaneous equation in terms of matrix form. And if I do that, I can write this as A11, A12, and up to we have it as A1n, and then here we have A21, A22, and we have it up to A2n, and then we have AN1, AN2, and up to ANN. So these are the parameters which we have, and along with the unknown vectors, that is x1, x2 up to xn, which we need to determine, and this will be equal to some forcing like function, that is b1, b2 up to bn. So this is the matrix of these parameters, which can be denoted as a times we have this as the unknown vector x, and this should be equal to b. So this is what we have, and then our role or our job is to find out these unknown vectors x1, x2 up to xn, and so on. And then we will see now how we can use this Gauss elimination method very effectively to find these unknowns x1, x2, and x3. And the way we will understand it is by considering an example. So we have this example here. We have the set of simultaneous equation. Of course, this is a three equation problem which can be very easily solved even on the calci, but our objective here is to understand how this Gauss elimination method will work. So what we will do is, the moment we get this kind of equation and we need to solve them using Gauss elimination method, the first thing what we will do is we will change this simultaneous linear equation into a matrix form, and that is, this will be our 4, this will be 2, this will be 3, this will be 2 3, this will be minus 5, this will be 2 7, and then in place of x3, we don't have any coefficient, so it will be 0, and this multiplied by our unknown vectors x1, x2, x3, and this should be equal to a forcing like function 4, 2, and 4. So this is our matrix of coefficient. This is unknown vector, and this is the forcing vector. And then once we get this, what we will do is we will use a formula. We will use a formula, this formula. Although this formula looks very fancy here, it is very easy to use. Or basically, our objective in case of Gauss elimination method is to make these elements below the diagonal, whatever are the coefficients, we will try to make them 0, and that can be done either by row column operations, which we have already studied, or for a coding purpose we will have to use this step, this formula. And once I manage to make this elements 0, whatever are the coefficients below the diagonal, if I manage to make them these elements as 0, then what remains is straight away I can find the value of x3 from here, because there will no contribution of these vectors here, right, because these terms will be 0. So once I get this x3, then I can start doing the backward substitution, and then I can go on finding the remaining unknowns, that is x2 and x1. So let us first see how to use this formula. So our step one will be to just eliminate these two terms which are below the first diagonal element. So we will try to make these two terms as 0 in case of step 1. So here I will be using, and simultaneously we will be working also on this b element. Basically this coefficient matrix can be written as a, this unknown vector can be denoted as x, and this should be equal to this forcing vector, say b. So while operating on this coefficient matrix a, we will be also operating on this forcing vector b, and that can be done very easily by using this. Now since we are trying to eliminate this now, this coefficient, that is the coefficients below the first element, below the first coefficient, what we will do is, here our I and j value for this will be, I is nothing but I is the row number, and j is the column number. So for this, the row number is 2, right? For this I is 2, whereas j is 1. So what basically what we are trying to do now here is, a21 of 1 is equal to, this 1 stands for the new term which we will be getting now, and 0 stands for the original values which are already there. So here what we are saying is, the a21 term, the new a21 term will be equal to the old a21 term, which is the initial term, that is 2, minus a I1, here I is 2, so A21 original divided by A11 original. A11 original is this, multiplied by A11 original. So in this case, this A21 original was 2, minus A21 original again was 2, A11 original was 4, multiplied by 4. So I am getting this as 0. So very efficiently I have made this as 0. Now same thing I will have to do it on this, and on this. So for this now, for this what will happen is, this will be a22, right? This 2 and 2. So a221 will be, again here it will be a22 original minus a21 original divided by a11 original multiplied by a12 original. So a22 original is 3 minus a2 and 1 original, that will be 2, that is a21 original, that is this element, that is 2, divided by a11 original, again it is 4, multiplied by a12 original, a12 original, 1 2 is this, so this is again 2. So this will give me a221 as 2, right? Because this will be 4 by 4, which is 1, and 3 minus 1 is 2. And then similarly I will have to see what is this value. This value will be nothing but a23 new, which will be again equal to a23 original, minus this will be a21 original divided by a11 original multiplied by a13 original. So this becomes a23 original is minus 5 minus a21 original. So original we have here a21 as 2 divided by a11 is 4 multiplied by a13, so this becomes 3. So this will be equal to minus 5 minus 2 into 3, that is 6 by 4, and this should be minus 6.5. So these are my new values of this row. And then similarly I will have to find the new values of this row. So that will be a31, right? So a31 of 1 that is the new element here, will be equal to a31 original, so that is this value 2, minus this will be a31 original divided by a11 original, multiplied by this will be a11 original, so this will be a31 original is 2, a31 original is 2, minus a31 original is again 2 divided by 4 multiplied by 4, so this will be again equal to 0, right? Basically I should get this 0 if I use this. That is what we are trying to do. And similarly here now a321, that is new element here, a32 will be equal to, this will be equal to, further this will be a32 original minus this will be again a31 original divided by this will become a11 original multiplied by a12 original. So this a32 original here we already have this as 7, minus this will become a31 original, a31 original, this will become 2 divided by this will be 4 multiplied by a12 original, which will become 2 again, a12, this will become 2. And then if I do the calculation here, this will give me 7 minus 1, which will be equal to 6. Then similarly, if I now try to find a33 new value, that is this value, then it will be a33 original minus it will be a times this will become 31 a31 original divided by a11 original multiplied by a13 original, so this will become here 0 minus a31 original is 2 divided by 4 multiplied by a13 original is 3, and this should give me 6 by 4 which will be minus 1.5. So I have been able to find all the new values of this row and this row. This initially this were 2, 3 and minus 5, but now after doing this operation I will get this as 0, 2 and 6.5 minus 6.5. This were originally 2, 7 and 0, 2, 7 and 0, but now I will get them as 0, 6 and minus 1.5. But now since we have done the operation on this, we have to do operation on this force vector also, and that will be equal to, and that will be done by using this. So this will be bi, that is b1 new, so b not 1, we will be operating directly on this, so b2 new, so b2 1, because here I will be equal to 2, right? I will be equal to 2, and then again I will do it for I equal to 3. So b2 1, which will be, this will be equal to b2 of original, that is this value 2, minus a11 of 0, that is a11 original divided by again a11, sorry, this will be a21 original because I is 2 here, so this will be a21 original divided by a11 original multiplied by this will be b1 of original. So if I do this I will get this as b2 original is 2 minus a21 original is 2, right? A21 original is 2, so this will be 2 divided by a11 original is 4 multiplied by b1 original is this is 4. So finally I'll get this b2 as 0. And then similarly I need to find now b3, that is for I equal to 3 we will have b3 new as b3 original minus it will be in place of ai1 I will have a31 original divided by a11 original multiplied by I have this as b1 of original, so this will be b1 of original, so this will become the present element is 4 minus a31. A31 A31 is 2, right? A31 is this is 2 divided by 4. A1 original is 4 multiplied by B1 original is 4, and this will become 2. So this is what we get after step 1, that is after applying this formula to this row number 2 and row number 3, we get the new elements as this. So finally I need to, after step 1, I need to rewrite the matrix with new elements. That is, the first row will remain as it is, 4 2 3. This will be 4 2 and 3. The second row will now change. This 2 will become 0, 2 will become 0, 3 will become 2, and minus 5 will become minus 6.5. So this will become 2 and minus 6.5, and even this will become here 0, and then this 7, this 2 has become 0, this 7 has become 6, and 0 has become minus 1.5. This term will remain as it is, x1 x2 x3, and then this forcing function will become, this will remain as it is, 4, but this 2 has become 0, and this 4 has become 2. So after step 1, we get this as our new matrix. Now in step 2, what we will have to do is, in step 2 we'll have to use now this new formula. So basically now the formula will remain as it is, but now the 2 will be replaced by the 1 will be replaced by 2, that is for now the second set, and the zeros will be replaced by 1. And now earlier we were trying to make all these terms 0, this term and this term 0, with respect to this element, that was a11, right? We were trying to make it 0 with respect to this element a11, but now we are trying to make, and then we have achieved it very easily, but now I'm trying to make this element as 0. So this element, I'll try to make it 0 with respect to this element a22. So in place of a11, I have a22. In place of all zeros, I have ones. In place of ones, I have twos. And then in place of b1, I have here B2, and in place of A1J, I have B2J, because now everything will be done with respect to this element. And then again we need to start doing all these steps only for this row, because I need not do anything for this row now. So here for this element, our I is 3, whereas J is 2. So in place of aij2, I have, that is, aij will be a32. I'll write here again, a32 of 2 will be equal to a32 of 1, that is this element, a32 of 1, that is this element, minus a a32 of 1, that is a32 of 1, again that is this element again, divided by a22 of 1, that is this element, multiplied by a22 of 1, that is again this element, and this will give me 6 minus 6 divided by 2 multiplied by 2, which is 0, and that is what we are expecting here. This we want to be 0. Now for this element, I will be 3, whereas J will be equal to also 3. So A332 will be A331, that is the new A33 will be the old A33, minus this 1 stands for after step 1 values, this 2 stands for after step 2 values, minus this will be A32 of 1, A32 of 1 divided by A22 of 1 multiplied by A23 of 1. So this will be A33 of 1, that is the old value of A33 is minus 1.5, minus A32 of 1. A32 of 1 is nothing but this value, that is 6, this value that is 6 divided by a to 2 of 1 is 2 multiplied by a to 3 a a to 3 is minus 6.5, and this will be equal to 18. This will be equal to 18. I can what I can do is, if you are getting confused with this 2 and 1, after step 1 you can just write this subscript as 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1, and this could have been subscript as 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0, just to make sure that whatever zero values we are entering are from the original matrix, whereas this 1 1 values are from the matrix which we have obtained after step number 1. And then similarly we have here a33 is done. Then we need to take care of this element, that is b b3 of 2. B3 of 2 will be equal to b3 of 1, that is the original value now here, that is 2, minus it will be a12 of 1. So here I is 3, so it will be a3 2 of 1 divided by a2 2 of 1 multiplied by b2 of 1. So b3 of 1 is 2, minus a32 of 1. So 3 2 is 6 divided by a22 of 1. A22 of 1 is 2 multiplied by b2 of 1. B2 is 0. So this will give me 2. So after step 2, these are my new values, and therefore I will have to rewrite my matrix. Will have to rewrite my matrix as this will be as it is 4 2 3 4 2 3. This also row will be as it is 0 2 and minus 6.5, but this has been changed now. This will be as it is. This earlier which was 6 now has become 0, and this is what we wanted, and earlier which was 1.5 has now become 18, and this is multiplied by our unknown vectors x1 x2 and x3, and this should be equal to our forcing vector, that is 4 0, and this 2 has now become again, it has remained as 2. Fine. So this is what we wanted to do. We wanted to make all these lower diagonal elements as 0, and this can be done either by, as I had said, either by using these formulas, or you can just use whatever rows and operation row column operations and try to make these terms as 0. That is also fine, but these formulas are used in when coding this in any coding software. So once I get this, then I can start doing the back substitution. From here I get 18x3 as 2, therefore I get x3 as 1 by 9. Once I get this x3 as 1 by 9, I can substitute it in second equation, that is 2x2 minus 6.5x3 should be equal to 0. From here I get 2x2 minus 6.5 multiplied by 1 by 9 is equal to 0. Therefore this gives me value of x2. This gives me value of x2 as 0.361. This I could have also returned it as 0.11. Now once I get this value, finally I'll get this last equation, that is 4x1 plus 2 times x2 plus 3 times x3 should be equal to 4. But I know these values of x2 and x3, that is 4x1 plus 2 times x2 value is 0.361 plus 3 times x3 value is 0.11 should be equal to 4. This will give me x1 value as 0.736, and therefore finally I can write this our x vector as 0.736, and then this is 0.361, and then this is 0.111.